Good day, everyone. So, for now, the topic that we'll be discussing is all about the different terms used in the structures of English. By the way, let me introduce first. I am Charmy Subsal, and the topic that we'll be discussing is all about phonemes. So, diba, this topic was discussed by Ma'am Clea during our first sem, and I'm pretty sure that we already had knowledge about this topic, and for now, it serves as a recap. So first, let us define what is a phoneme. So, based on the definition, phoneme is the smallest unit of sound which is combined to form words. So, from the word phone, we could easily remember or we could easily think that it talks about sounds. So, phoneme is the smallest unit of sound which do not have any specific meaning. But if we change even one phoneme on that word, then it would eventually change the whole meaning of the word. Understood? Next is the IPA, or the International Phonetic Alphabet, which helps us by providing ways on how to write words as they are pronounced. So, how many letters are there in our alphabet? Very good. The alphabet has 26 letters and there are 44 different sounds that are used to pronounce. So this is the IPA chart. The 44 phonemes is divided into 20 vowels and 24 consonant sounds. So, what are the vowels in our alphabet? Each phoneme has its symbol written between the slash. Each phoneme is enclosed with a slash. For example, the D, as in delta, as in papa, as in kilo, as in bravo. Kano saan ta magamit og phonemes? We use phonemes as we pronounce words. For example, the a, t, a, t. How many phonemes are there? Very good. There are three phonemes on that example. So if we combine those phonemes, what word do we get? Very good. We get the word bat. P, a, t. Next, phoneme is the smallest unit of sounds come together to form words. For example, a, t equals bat, a, t, cat. So how many phonemes are there? There are three phonemes that are combined to form those words. So, what do we call those kind of phonemes nga enclosed inside the parentheses? So, if ever ang phonemes is gi-enclose na sa parentheses, then it is called phonetic transcription. So what is phonetic transcription? So it is the visual representation of sounds by means of symbols. Gigamit na ni ang mga symbol nga naa sa IPA chart, which is gi-example ganiha. Next, phonemes don't always match up with the letters that form the words, but still they had the same sound. So unsa ganito? So, like these examples, fit, phone, laugh. So, these words are examples of homophones. Diba? Dili sila parang spelling, but they had the same sounds. So, what is homophones? Homophones is a set of words that has different spelling, meaning, or origin, but they have the same sounds. Understood? Next, if we replace the word with another sound, of course, the meaning will also change. For example, if we change the p in Pete with p, we will get beat, which is another word. Another examples, cat, mat, hat, chat. Diba? Isa ra ka phoneme ang giusob and we will get another word. That's why sounds is really important in pronunciation. When the sounds change, meaning will also change. Next, phoneme is the smallest distinctive or contrastive unit in the sound system of language. For example, the word cat and mat. These words is an example of minimal pair. So what is a minimal pair? A minimal pair are those two words that differ only in the pronunciation of a single sound. So k and are phoneme that makes difference in the meaning of the word. Another one, phoneme is an abstract linguistic unit representing a speech sound that has a function within the sound system of a language. So it is part of the speaker's competence or the ability to know how to formulate or form thoughts using language. So here's a question. Why is it important for us to learn phonemes? 'Di ba? When we teach a child on how to read, the first thing or the basic thing we do is to teach them or familiarize them with the sounds of each letters. Because if you know the sound of each letters, then it would be easy for you to read the words correctly, and then eventually it will help you to be able to speak the language fluently, as written words corresponds with spoken words. So, phonemic awareness teaches us to both hear and manipulate sounds and to understand that spoken words are made up of sequences of speech sounds. Kaya based on research, students who were able to identify phonemes rapidly were able to read more fluently because of the rapid processing. So, if you want to learn more fluent, if you want to be more fluent in reading and so as speaking, then the best thing you gonna do is to master the phonemes. And for more information, just research using your social media platforms. And God bless.
Hello everyone, I am Fatima N. Saholga, and for today's video, I will be discussing about morpheme. So first, we're going to define what morpheme is. So morpheme is the smallest indivisible unit of semantic content and grammatical function. In other words, we can say that morpheme is the minimal unit of a language, which has a meaning, lexical or grammatical, and cannot be divided into further smaller units. So in short, they are the minimal building blocks of meaning. So there are two types of morpheme, free morpheme and bound morpheme. So first is free morphemes. Are those that can stand alone as words and can function independently. So in short, they are independent. For example, cat, boat, butterfly. So free morphemes are examples of lexical morphemes. They are nouns, adjectives, verbs, prepositions, or adverbs. Okay, such morphemes carry most of the semantic content of utterances. So next, we have bound morpheme are those that can occur only in combination. They are parts of a word. It always appear in the conjunction with a root and sometimes with other bound morphemes. For example, S, ER, ING, meant. We can say that some morphemes like boy, desire, gentle, and man may constitute words by themselves. These are free morphemes. So other morphemes like ish, nes, li, pre, trans, and on are never words by themselves but are always parts of words. These affixes are bound morphemes. So when we say affixes, these are morphemes which occurs when attached to some other morpheme or morphemes such as root or stem or base. There are three kinds of affixes. We have prefixes, suffixes, and infixes. So prefixes, they are attached at the onset always. For example, research and kind, inaccurate. S are attached after a root or base or stem, such as li, er, ist, sed. For example, kindly, waiter, books, walked, quickly, player, mats, jump. So third one is infixes. These are affixes inserted into the root itself, or we can say that infixes are placed within the root. So please bear in mind that we rarely use this kind of affix. So here in my example, I used a a Tagalog examples because I am having a hard time finding an English example. For example, or in Tagalog. So root word is baril plus in is equals to binaril. Sayaw plus is equals to sumasayaw. So here in that word sayaw, this is the root word, and there is the affixes or the infixes that we need to insert in order for it to form a new word. So sayaw, sumayaw, that's it, baril, binaril. We have more examples here. So common word is unbelievable. Un plus freaking plus believable is equal to unfreaking believable. Next one is absolutely. Abso plus bloody plus lootly is equal to abso bloody lootly. So that would be all.
Good day, I am Karen Junostificar and today I will be discussing the word. So word is a unit of language that carries meaning and can stand alone or be combined with another words to form a sentence. Words can be noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjectives, prepositions, or conjunctions. Example are tagbilaran, gemma, dog, or ball. So these words are an example of, yes, a noun words. Another is jump, bark, dance, and pray. So these are an example of a verb words. Another is him, her, she, he, and we is an example of, yes, a pronoun words. And words is also a combination of sounds that symbolizes and communicates meaning. It may also consist a single morpheme or a combination of morphemes. An example is higher, helping, and top. So these words are an example of a word consists with a single morpheme. But when we say wilderness, so it is a word with more than one morphemes. So the wilderness, wilder.
So today we are going to dig deeper to clauses and then types. So let's get started. So what is a clause? It is a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate and can express a complete thought. It has a subject-verb combination and it has a complete meaning by itself. So you can consider a simple sentence as a clause. For example, he plays cricket regularly. Now, is this a clause? For that, we will check whether it is satisfying all the three conditions that we've just discussed. Is it a group of words? Yes, it is. Here, he is the subject and plays is the verb. So it has a subject-verb combination. And it has a complete meaning by itself. And the whole sentence, he plays cricket regularly, makes complete meaning by itself. Hence, we can say it is a clause. Now, clauses is mainly divided into two types. It is the independent clause and the dependent clause. An independent clause is a complete sentence by itself and it doesn't need any other clause for its existence. For example, you may sit. Here, you is the subject and sit is the verb. And the whole sentence is giving a complete thought by itself. So it is an independent clause. Then what is a dependent clause? It has a subject and a verb but it doesn't have a complete thought by itself. And it is dependent on main clause for a complete thought. For example, wherever you like. Here, you is the subject and like is the verb. And the whole sentence is having a meaning as well, but it's incomplete. Now, let's add the main clause to this clause, and the whole sentence becomes, you may sit wherever you like.
Noun clause is a group of words having a subject and verb of its own, and it acts as a noun in the sentence. Example, I fear that I will fail. Here, that I will fail is a clause as it is a group of words having a subject and verb, and while clause is acting an object of the word fear, so it's a noun clause. Adjective clause is a group of words having a subject and verb of its own, and it acts as an adjective in a sentence. It describes noun, so does the adjective clause. For example, the umbrella which has a broken handle is mine. Here, the clause which has a broken handle is an adjective clause, as it has a subject and verb of its own and describing the noun umbrella. Adverb clause is a group of words having a subject of its own, and it acts as an adverb in a sentence. It modifies verb, adjective, or adverb, and so does the adverb. For example, they rested when the evening came. Here, when the evening came is a clause, as it has a subject evening and a word came, as it has describing verb rested, so it is an adverb clause.
Good day, everyone. I am Cherylus Samson, and for today, we will talk about phrase. So, what is phrase? A phrase is a group of words that function as a unit within a sentence. Phrases lack a subject and a predicate and do not express a complete thought. So, meaning, it is an independent clause since it does not express a complete thought. These are the common types of phrases. Remember, it is only the common types, so meaning phrase has a lot of types. Here are the noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, and prepositional phrase. Let us all first determine what is a noun phrase. So, a noun phrase is usually assembled centering a single noun and works as a subject, an object, or a complement in the sentence. In this type of phrase, it is an independent clause because it works as a subject. So when you see a noun phrase, you can understand quickly what is it or what is the main goal of the sentence. We can see some examples above. Reading novels is a good habit. So where is the noun phrase in this sentence? Yes, correct. Reading novels is the noun phrase. How can we say that? It is the noun phrase. It is because it works as the subject and we completely understand what he or she is talking about, which is reading novels. Another example, I found the owner of the dog. Where is the noun phrase in this sentence? Very good. It is the owner of the dog. How can we say so? Of course, the noun phrase in the sentence shows what he or she have found, which is the owner of the dog. Second is the verb phrase. It consists of a verb or of a main verb following a modal or one or more auxiliaries. So when we say verb, what is it? Okay, very good. It is an action word. So automatically, our phrase here contains a verb. Here are some examples. She can smell the pizza. Where is the verb phrase in the sentence? Very good. It is can smell. Why? Because it contains the action word what? Okay, the action word smell. Another example. He has appeared on screen as an actor. Where is the verb phrase? Yes, it is has appeared. Where is the action word? Where in the action word is appeared. let us proceed to adjective phrase. So what is adjective phrase? It is a phrase that acts as an adjective by describing a noun. So when we say adjective, it describes. We can see in the description already. Here are some examples. She was taller than her classmates. Where is the adjective phrase in this sentence? Of course, taller than her classmate is the adjective phrase because it describes how tall the girl is. Another example. Alex is a well-behaved man. So the well-behaved man is our adjective phrase because what? Yes, it describes Alex, which is the sentence is a well. Now we have adverb phrase. Adverb phrase is a group of words that acts as an adverb to modify the main clause of a sentence. When we say adverb, it is a word used to modify a verb, adjective, or another adverb. An adverb usually modifies by telling how, when, where, why, under what conditions, or to what degree. An adverb is often formed by adding ly to an adjective. We have few sentences above. We walked very carefully across the floor. So obviously, our adverb phrase here is very carefully, from the word carefully, which is the adverb. Another example, I ran as fast as possible. Where is the adverb in this sentence? I know there is no ly in this sentence. So how can we know? Our adverb phrase here is as fast as possible. Why? The word fast is an adverb because it can modify a verb which is ran. Lastly is the prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is a part of a sentence that consists of one preposition and the object it affects. The object of a prepositional phrase can be either a noun, gerund, or clause. So what is a preposition, by the way? It is a word or group of words used before a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to show direction, time, place, etc. Examples are in, at, on, off, to, above, etc. So here are some examples of prepositional phrase. In the end, we all have to die. So our prepositional phrase here is in the end, whereas preposition is in and the object attached to in is the end. This prepositional phrase gives more information about the sentence we all have to die. Same to example number 2. He sacrificed his life for the sake of his country. Our prepositional phrase here is for the sake of, whereas preposition is for and the object attached to for is the sake of. So that's all about phrase. Bye.